Yeah. Whoa! Oh! Deploy! Kinas with the wild blackberry, not half bad.
Hi, and welcome back to Muddy Feet. Today's episode is called Spontaneous Afternoon Activities with Kaimachine.
I was actually just chilling at home today, and I was doing a bit of editing on my next video for you guys, and Quinn just texted me, the bro Kaimachine, and he said, am I keen to go on a little mission? So I said, what are we doing? We're fishing or diving? He said, bring both. So got a little bit of everything here, bit of a shambles. I'll put that together, and Quinn will be picking me up soon. Head out for a bit of a dive and a bit of a fish. Mean, brother has arrived. Ready to roll, brother. Yep. Got a bit of everything, eh?
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, same. I just grabbed whatever. The brother's ravenous for. Good trucks these. I need to get myself another one of them. You see a cheap one on Marketplace, hit me up.
The bro Quinn lives just down the road from me these days, so it's pretty easy to hit up a spontaneous mission like this one. So we do it quite a bit these days. It's extra handy if there's not much in the fridge, or you don't want to go to the supermarket. You just load up the little boat or head down to the coast, and so long as you go prepared for a couple of different options, you can pretty much always get feed.
A little bit squirrely out.
When we first arrived, I have to admit it didn't look that nice or particularly fishy, but once we were here, we decided to give it a good crack. I was going to try and catch some of these big kahawai that have been hanging around out here, while Quinn was going to try and catch a kingy with the stick bait.
Yep. Mean. Hooked up. Ooh, just about cut my fingers.
Is that the 10-pound line?
Nah, just a good sized kahi. Man, it's a big fat kahawai, bro. Nice big kahawai on the board. Beautiful eating fish. Oh yeah, it's a big kahi, that one. He's a dog. It's going to be a little fight. That's a big kahi. That was sort of my idea, was to be coming in at the same time as your stick bait, because they don't seem that interested in this, but they are interested in your stick bait. Hard out. Whoa, bro! Oh, spat the dummy. No! Devastation! Damn, that was a big kahawai. I think it was like a salmon. Shit. I will try again.
Yeah, I'll bring him in. Tuck over it.
Yeah!
Oh, I'm kind of chasing those guys.
Yep. It's a good idea alongside the stick bait, eh? Because they're already into it. Try and land this one. Oh, is that my fish? It must be. Oh, can't land them. They keep bumming me out. Yup. Bro, they're super acrobatic, these ones. They're not prepared to be caught, eh? I want to kill this one. Come here, you bastard. Don't. They're all trying to jump and throw it. Exciting. I love catching kahawai. Well, hooking them and releasing them today, but come here, you little bugger. Real nice healthy specimens, these ones. Oh, bro, I can't catch them. Gee. Bro, I've let them all go. 4 in a row or something, bro. Shit, go back around. Oh, I let the whole lot go. Man, giving me the runaround.
Quinn drove back around. I hooked a couple more kahawai and they also got off the hook. It just wasn't my day for kahis, so we decided to carry on and try something else.
We're carrying on. Oh yeah, I can see a Kina and another one. Yeah! That's what I'm about today. I'm on Kina duties. Yum! Oh, I'm happy. I'm going to get my Kina feed. Oh yeah, that's a nice bombie.
That's what I knew, one of those. Oh.
Chubbo, see you on there.
Sure.
Deploy.
Once I hit the water, I loaded up my gun and then took a few minutes just to get comfortable and have a bit of a look around. This spot was absolutely beautiful and it was nice to see some pretty good viz. Pretty happy to be back in the water. I grab a few kinas on my very first dive and I pop a couple of them in the float boat and decide to crack this one open just to check on the condition. It pays to check on the condition of them before you get too carried away and load up on them, just in case you're on a patch of skinny ones or just in case they're really out of season. These ones here still have reasonably fat roe in them, so I'm going to keep on picking them and loading up the float boat. From the surface, I spot a big sandagger's wrasse. Now, these guys are friendly as, and when I spot them, I usually crack open a kina and give them a bit of a feed. They'll come right in and eat it straight out of your hands. It's pretty neat to be able to feed such a pretty fish like this. But yeah, we always leave these guys alone, super friendly and cool to interact with. I have a good breathe up and then I head back down to the bottom. I've spotted a nice pile of rocks here and I like the look of it because there's some nice cracks and holes underneath it where a crayfish could potentially be hiding. And when I get down to the bottom, I notice there's a few big red moki that are living by these holes as well. They quite often live very close to crayfish. See this big guy here? Quite often you'll see one like that and then find a cray. But no luck this dive, so I grab a few kinas instead. I see Quin's had the same idea and is having a very good mooch around this stack of rocks as well. Look at him go, he's like a merman. On this next drop here, I noticed that this little area is quite fishy, so I decided I'm going to try and shoot a fish. So I've got my gun with me now and I drop down to the bottom and I just try and find a nice position to hold up for a second, and then this big spotty cruises out in front of me. Now I've got a little Asian mate that's right into these things and I have eaten a couple now too, and I have to say they are delicious. It just pays to try and pick the bigger ones so there's a decent bit of meat on them, but well worth shooting these dogs. I quickly dispatch the fish and take him off the spear and pop him into the float boat, which I then realise is starting to get pretty full. And since I'm just handy to the boat, I decide I might as well just clamber aboard and have a quick unload before I carry on. Good first quarry, a few bits of kai in there. Kinas. A quick unload, a quick rehydrate, and then back into it. As I was cruising along this bit of cliff face here, I found this real cool cave, and I do love a cave, so I went in for a bit of a closer look, and it was pretty cool inside. When I got right to the back of it, I could see light coming from sort of down another little passage, so I decided to swim through that and see if I could get all the way through, and it was pretty cool. I could get right through to the other side, which was a sort of shallow rocky bay, but I love a bit of a swim through cave. Always love to have a bit of fun and explore while I'm on these diving missions, so yeah, pretty cool to find this.
Cool. Can swim right through this cave. It's pretty buzzy.
Oh well, that was my little cave experience. It was pretty cool. I like checking these things out. Anyway, I cruised back through there, recollected my gun, and carried on the mission. I grabbed a few more kinas and had a little bit more of a mooch around, but I couldn't really find too much else to shoot, so I just loaded up on kinas and headed for the boat.
Oh well. Pretty cool. First swim. Happy as with that. I only really needed a bit of food for the next little few days, so some kinas and a couple of fish. Happy as. Sorry, Quinn reckons there's a few snapper just on the ledge here, so he's been chucking a few kinas over the ledge and he's going to do a few more drops and see if he can smoke one. But yeah, that's me. I'm going to jump out. My ear's giving me a bit of grief, so yeah, I'll jump out, have a rest, and wait for the bro to hop out so I can have a kina. Sweet as. It's my second catch reveal. We've got the piggy for me. He's the man. I asked him if he could get that piggy. He said he saw a piggy down on the burley. Shot G. I see he got the pig. Shot, bro, chuck him on. Oh yeah, no, he's still on the thing. Very nice, very nice. Quinn's got us a piggy, got a kahawai on the rod, and I've got that big spotty at the wrasse. I'll try him as well, and obviously feed a kinas to go with that beautiful plum jam that I got yesterday in the mail. So we'll see how that goes.
With a nice chili bin full of food and an all-round successful mission, we decided to head for the hills.
It's alright, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I really enjoy bringing you guys along for an honest experience with the missy teddles, the flat tyres, and the times when the boat motor won't start. I feel like it's a more authentic experience that you get to come on with me, so I hope you guys don't mind. It always ends well, it always goes well, and it always ends well, but sometimes we have these little bits along the way.
Try that.
Yo, we on.
Anchor's up, bin full of kite, boys are on, we're out of here like a ball man. Oh, land ahoy! Oh, big stingray! Right there, buzzy. Hey, Bo. Buzzy. Big eagle ray.
Can I come up to my kina burger and
Quick. Not bad, bro, not bad. So you can't complain with a quick mish like that. Just about jumped in too deep there, bro.
Ah, the water's way warmer than outside.
Yeah. Almost didn't have enough mana left. Me, home sweet home after a very successful little mission. Stoked as with that one. Once I'm home, it's time to start processing the fish and the shellfish because I am starving and I've got a few pretty simple recipes in mind for this afternoon. Decided to throw a bit of funky sort of elevator style music in this bit. It sort of just sounds real cool. I like this tune. I've used this tune in a few videos. Sometimes I wonder if you guys notice when I do that, if I use the song a few times. Anyway, I digress a little bit there. I just processed the fish pretty much as per normal. I like to keep my fish nice and clean and I try to not wash it with water. I don't like to wash it with water at all unless it's seawater. But even then I'd rather not if I can avoid it. So that means keeping all the guts off the fish and trying to keep the scales off the fish as best you can as well. So I'm a little bit fussy when I fill it, but it pays off massively at the end of the day for taste. Anyway, I get all my fish processed. I won't show you too much of that. It gets a bit boring if I do it in every video. But I whip the fish up and then it's time to move on to my kinas. I got this awesome kina opening device from the good people at Weddy and it definitely speeds up the process. I love this thing. Once I've cracked them all open, I shake out the guts and I pull out those teeth as well. And check out the roe inside this little kina here. You know, these northern kinas don't get massive as, but inside they're pretty good. Look at that. It's not too bad at all. Definitely enough there for a kite. After gobbling the first 5 or 6 kina straight out of the shell, eventually I do start putting some of them into the bowl, and after a little while I have a decent little pile for one of the recipes I have in mind for later on. Right, that's all my filleting and shelling sorted. Now I'm going to throw together a quick and easy ceviche. It's light and fresh and a nice easy one. I'm going to add a bit of chili out of the garden. I've got these beautiful chilies at the moment, so I'm going to throw a fair bit of that in there and chuck it in the fridge to chill, and then that'll be good to go. That'll be my lunch. For breakfast, I'm thinking kinas on toast with some of that blackberry jam that I got given. Wild blackberry jam and wild plum jam, so that's the plan. I want to use my 2 fillets of kahawai here. These 2 beauties. So I'm going to trim the extra bits of bloodline out of them and make sure that I'm just using the really beautiful pieces so that my finished ceviche is nice and light and fresh.
Next up, I grab my bowl and I'm just going to cube up my fish, like dice it up into little cubes, and you can sort of go whatever size you want. I'm going for a bit of a medium cube here because the lemon juice is going to cure the outside, but I don't want to cook it all the way through. So I like a medium sized cube, whereas some people like it a bit finer, which means it cooks a bit more and a bit more quickly.
So all of that into your chair bowl. Salt goes in next. Decent amount of salt, not too much. And then we need a spoon. You want to get all that salt to touch the fish before anything else goes in. Boom, just like that. Now give it a water rinse. Boom. Next up is the lemons. Just catch the seeds with the other hand. Right, now give that a good stir, get that lemon juice all coating everything. Now, red onion. Top and tail that bad boy. Now I want a real nice fine dice on my red onion. Right, now chili. I'm going to put all of that in there. It looks like the perfect amount of chili. And a little bit of nice olive oil just makes the whole thing luxurious and smooth and glossy. And that's it. You give that all a stir, bring that all together. Some nice beautiful colours in there. Give that a stir, bring it all together, chuck it in the fridge, let it get real cold, and then you're into it. Well, that ceviche is getting cold. Focus on the big picture. A little bit more. Perfect. Right, we had a little bit of a frozen butter situation, so I've cut up the frozen butter. We're just gonna sprinkle that on and let the warmth of the toast work its magic. Oh, had a blowout, that's alright. It's because it's not Vogels, you see. It doesn't have the structural integrity that we'd expect. So we're going to go with one of the wild blackberry. Wild blackberry. Maybe just a touch more. Holy crap, that is so good. So that's the wild blackberry side. And this is the plum jam. Right, and kinas. Right, that looks pretty good. There we have it. Kinas with the wild blackberry and kinas with the plum jam. Time for a taste test. Right, start off with the blackberry. Wow. That's so good. It's beautiful. Now let's try it. They're both amazing, but the winner is blackberry. Blackberry jam for the win. That's so good. Honestly, thank you very, very much, the Kiwi Dutchers, for sending me the beautiful jams. They are deadly with the kinas. Very stoked to have these. That is crazy good. Alright, ceviche next. Alright, I've waited about 15 minutes, as long as I can, but it's time to try some of the ceviche. It looks amazing. Serve up a healthy amount into that bowl there. Look at that, beautiful. And I'll save a little bit for later, because it's actually not even lunchtime. I'm going to hit it with a bit of cracked pepper, just to finish it off. How good does that look? Papriki. Hey, not half bad. Very, very good. And it's beautiful. It's light, fresh, real punchy, a little bit of heat. Favourite. Oh well, I hope you guys have all enjoyed this week's episode, and as always, thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more of my content and more of the simple recipes I like to throw together, come back next week. I'll be here on Tuesday at 6 PM. Cheers.
As always, thank you very much for watching, and remember, always pet the dog.